There's something ordinary about all of this, which is easy to miss, which is something like a guy wanted to be able to play music, and he almost randomly came into the park and apparently randomly discovered that people liked to hear him play, and because of really just park workers keeping this space beautiful so that people would come, all of that, in a way, it was all baked in, and I just didn't know that it would turn into something extraordinary and magnificent.
Well, it's the confluence of
All those
also things. Ashland walking by, and all of the tourists walking by and participating in it, that makes it actually extraordinary.
It's amazing how you see so many people of different kinds sitting on the bench, and they've chosen to sit there.
That's right.
You know, that decision is past. Now we're just in the zone of we're okay. We're having a good experience.
Beauty, not words.
Right.
Not anxiety, not messages, not advertising.
The intellect is not involved.
You don't have to. You don't have to think about any of that stuff. You can literally let your thoughts float up into the canopy.
Right. Yeah.
And have yourself a little Walt Disney moment.
You were monitoring.
I was there every day. I walked through every day. And so there he was one day. And I stopped when I got to the rock wall where some other people were already sitting and people were sitting on the benches. And I had not previously had a relationship with the cello. But that really deep tone just struck me in my very core. The cello really speaks to grief, I think. It's just that really deep tone. If you ever watch any movie where there's a death scene, there's a cello accompanying it. Even if you don't realize it, now you will. Think about it. There's a cello. And it just like kind of bowled me over, and I ended up sitting down on the wall, and I think it was maybe the second song he played, and I could just feel the elevation of just the sounds, the strings pulling, I don't know, the beauty through. It was just gorgeous, and I thought this should be the soundtrack to my life. And so I basically just started sitting down on the bench day after day and kind of waited for my opportunity to take him home. That's what I did.
And she was impossible to ignore. Just
Well, you don't
a
ignore,
presence.
to be fair, you don't ignore anybody who comes to listen to you.
Part of what's happening in the park is I'm playing these musical portraits. They were all intended to connect with people's hearts.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, our hearts are akin to each other. And this person's musical portrait speaks to this person and this other person. And that may be something about why there's that feeling of connection. If I played familiar songs, which I do some, that would connect with people in another way. You know,
Right.
like we have cultural cues. If you play Hallelujah, everybody just is like, I want to sing along with that song, or Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But the rest of the pieces are oftentimes cooked up out of the stuff of connection with human hearts.
Well, I think this year with the COVID and the shelter in place and all the strange anxiety that is built up in the community, and it looks like sort of at least nationwide, I call it the magical vortex that Daniel creates by playing in the park in such a lovely setting. It's been more valuable and more beautiful than ever. And so many of the things that we used to do that were fun or beautiful are not happening. Can't do them. And Daniel is one beautiful thing that's still happening, and he's been playing throughout the whole time, and people are so grateful when they come. People just sit down weeping and sort of collapse there. Like it gives you a feeling that it's okay. Right here, right now, it's okay.